Hello everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. Today I want to do a chakra reading on Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, and then I want to take a look at her Green New Deal. The reason that I'm following through with this reading is twofold. It is a viewer request. People have been asking me to read on AOC, but also I've done climate change readings in the past, which have showed that unless we take a different approach, unless we start prioritising nature over money and financial returns, then we're not going to be able to move forward, and we will continue to have climate change wreaking havoc. Now, before this reading, I wanted to have a look at the UN report, which is really one of the things that are spurring on the Green New Deal. It's quite frightening. This report was put together by 91 authors, and review editors from 40 countries prepared it. So it's no small matter here. The report basically says that if we don't do something about global warming, then within, I think, about 22 years, we will start to face famines and wide-scale destruction from climate change. So we'll get to the Green New Deal shortly, and I'll give you some the benefit of some of Australia's experiences as well. But let's go to Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, AOC. Let's have a look at her chakras. When I initially tuned into this reading, I actually did see she was quite strong in the third eye. So the third eye chakra, which governs awareness, which could be why she's actually hitting the nail on the head in a lot of ways. Here in Australia, my young son, who's a young adult, younger than AOC, has heard of her and greatly admires her. So we should not underestimate her ability to really get the younger generation on side. But let's have a look at her chakras. What do we need to know, Spirit, about someone like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Her drive, she's very popular, she's able to really confront conservatives, take the fight up to them very effectively. She's inspiring, she's energetic. She knows how to work with others. She has support for a new Green Deal. What do we need to know about her? What do we need to know about her chakras? What can Spirit tell us about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez chakras? Her chakras. I'm just tuning into her energies here. Yeah. She's got some very, very, very strong chakras. So let's have a look. Of course, her base chakra, which rules basic trust, is the World card. This is someone who is quite effective on the world stage. It's not just in America that she's getting noticed. As I said, it's right across the globe. This is also endings and beginnings. So in her chakra, in her root chakra, her energy or her energetic vibration is around the ending of the old and the beginning of something new. Just bear with my dogs and the lawnmowers in the background. They will go away. So we can see why she is where she is at this point in time. Endings and beginnings. This is new energy coming in, and that's why I think people would be foolish to dismiss her. They will dismiss her at her peril, because there is almost something divine and calming about the appearance of AOC at this particular time, where you have Trump representing the old energies and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez representing the new. One of the comments she made in relation to her Green Deal, she took one of the Republicans to task, saying, "Do not mess with our future." In other words, you are old, your time is limited on this earth, we are young, we will inherit the lessons or the problems that you've created. Don't mess with our future. And really it put it into perspective very nicely. This is someone who her basic trust, her energetic vibration is really it's a global. It has a global vibration, and it is all about bringing forward the new and the ending of the old. She didn't appear here at this time for no reason at all. Now, interestingly enough, her creativity is around bringing something to an end. Her vibration at the moment is all about bringing the old to the end. This is the death card. This is the dying stages of Trump, of the Republicans, of the Senate. Really, we can look forward to new. And I think this is also in line with the higher vibration that we are moving to. Some have said that Trump is an awakening, and that he is designed. We're to learn. Where he is really so polarized and at the extreme level, so that we can actually see what's going on. We can see it very clearly, and I think this is one of the things that he has enabled us to do, is to see very, very clearly what's wrong with the old system. Now, AOC is right there. She is well placed. That's her energetic vibration, not only in her root chakra, but also in her sacral chakra as well. What's happening in her solar plexus? Okay, right, the moon. Okay, so there is in her solar plexus, this is around wisdom and power, and this could well be because she is so young. She's the youngest member of Congress to be elected. The sacral chakra governs her wisdom and power. And so the moon comes forward in relation to things that are hidden and needing to be brought to the surface. Now, that's an interesting card to pull in relation to her sacral chakra, the seat of wisdom and power. As she moves in her energetic vibration to bring forward what is hidden, then she will also play a role in allowing other people to see what is hidden and then grow in wisdom. So her journey is our journey in a way. This is someone who was meant to be here and meant to be here at this particular time. She is someone to watch already from this chakra reading. Now, in her heart, her love and her healing chakra is the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I don't know much about her past. I do know that, she was raised perhaps, not, having to work for everything that she's got. But in her healing chakra, which is her heart chakra, she sees what other people have lost. She sees, because of her own background, she sees the growing divide between the rich and the poor. She sees, this is where her socialist ideals and values, they live in her heart. That her heart vibrational chakra is in exposing and changing what is being taken from others, what shouldn't be taken, but what is being taken, because this is the card of the thief. So her love and her healing, it is her energy, her vibration is attuned to try and stop this thievery, if you like. So when she sees the tax cuts for the rich, for example, she'll come back with, universal health care and other proposals that deliver to the poor, the people who are struggling financially, because she deeply believes that equality, there is a desperate need for equality, because the working class are being stolen from. And she's here, and her energetic vibration is all about healing that. So she was highly motivated to move into Congress. This is someone to watch. From these energetic vibrations in her chakra, this is someone to watch. Now, what's going on in her throat chakra, which is, again, the seat of communications? She's having to defend herself constantly. This is someone who really is... really the target of a lot of criticism, and she's having to defend her stand. She does need to be careful at 25. She's got loads of energy, but she does need to be careful in relation to if you look at her heart chakra, advocating for those that are being thieved from, the victims that are having things taken away from them constantly by the elites, if you like, by the corporates. She's also having to defend her position all the time. If I were her, not that she'd be watching my videos, but I would encourage her to soften at times and really pick the good fights, because this is showing that in her communication centre at the moment, and these chakra readings are like psychic readings, they pick the energetic vibration up at this particular time. She is doing too much self-defending, and criticism's constantly coming at her, and that energy, unless she protects herself from it, could wear her down in her throat chakra. So she needs to really have a look at fighting the good fight, not fighting every fight. So let's move to her third eye chakra. Interesting. I thought when I tuned into her energy, when I tuned into her energetic chakras, what I saw was a brilliant glow coming from her third eye chakra, and I'm not surprised to draw this card. This is the third eye chakra is around awareness. It's also around psychic awareness. She's able to see what is needed in relation to hope. Now, as we know with hope, it's very much, you can see almost like a wheel turning here, the star of hope. Hope guides us, without moving into cliches. Hope is something that comes before the actual reality of what we're wishing for actually happens. It is a great motivator, hope. So she is able to see where we need hope, and she's able then to attune her actions to trying to achieve what is most needed. So at a psychic level, in her third eye, what her vibration is currently resonating towards is hope, the star of hope. Now let's have a look at her crown chakra, of course, which is her spirituality, is tied up with the sword of truth. This is someone who is quite formidable, really. She's got, as I said, the sword of truth in her crown chakra. So her higher self is about uncovering, I guess, the corrupt, long entrenched corruption, things around. Minimum wages for people, and who've been working 7 days a week, 3 jobs to make ends meet. And then, as I said, the moneyed elites, the corporates getting away with blue murder, sometimes not even paying any tax in Australia. We have a number of our richest people in Australia, are not paying tax. How can that be fair? How can that be fair when someone on a lower wage, their refund drops, or they don't get anything back, or they owe the taxman money? She's aware of all this at a higher vibrational level. Her spirituality is guided by truth, and that's what hangs over everything here. She's come in at this time for very specific purposes. She's been elected to Congress to shine a light on the truth and on inequality, and on on areas where things must change. She's bringing this new energy forward, beginnings, endings, in her most basic chakras, which is how we operate in the world. She's here to uncover the truth, to focus on I guess, focus on that which needs illuminating, that which is hidden, that needs to be raised to the surface and seen for the truth. She's focused on what is being taken away from us, by the moneyed elites. I mean, this is why she's attracted to socialism. One thing though, she needs to watch. Her throat chakra here is all about self-defense. And that can wear someone down. As I said, she's only 25, but she really does need... She's growing in wisdom. She's learning, and we're learning with her. So hopefully she will learn. But this is someone who is here at the right time for the right reasons. She's fighting the good fight. She's quite powerful energetically. She's quite powerful. She's been given certain gifts. There's an element of karmic destiny here for her that she is a congresswoman at this point in time. But they will drag her down. They will keep hammering her, and that's why I want to move on to her Green New Deal, because as we know, the Republicans are voting on it in the Senate. Now, it's not even legislation, it's a plan. It's a proposal. So the idea would be to form a committee that would examine this plan or proposal over 12 months, 15 months, and then come forward with workable legislation. Now, why would the Republicans, Mitch McConnell, bring a vote on it, for God's sake? The House, I don't think, hasn't even voted on it yet. It's a proposal at this stage. He wants to use it for political mileage. Now, there are a couple of dangers here for Mitch McConnell. He should not underestimate how people feel about climate change. This is a global movement. It's not just restricted to the United States. We know, we're concerned. We've got the moneyed elites not wanting to look at climate change because they're making money off the things that are harming the earth, and so they will take a pot shot at the science. They'll do whatever they can. It's wedge politics. That's what it is. We're seeing it in Australia at the moment as well. But all the while that these wedge politics are going on, against, do we need fossil fuels? Can we fade it out, etc., etc. The left, the socialists, will have you, take away your cars, whatever Trump is saying, whatever silly, stupid rhetoric Trump is coming out with. The reality of the matter is people want something done about global warming, and that's the bottom line. And to do that, we need to look at renewable energies. Now, in Australia, I'll just give you the benefit of Australia's experience. In Australia, under our progressive government, we've made a lot of strides towards moving to renewable energy. When our coalition government got in, which is equivalent to the Republicans, they tried to wind a lot of this stuff back. However, we've got an election coming up this year and in May, and of course our progressives will most likely take power again, and will have renewable energy policies back on the table. Those that have been adopted, we have marvellous wind farms in Australia. We have a lot of our houses have solar panels. We have hydro power as well. We have a huge hydroelectricity scheme, and other renewable energy projects. So we're sitting quite well at the moment. We still have fossil fuel generated electricity grid, and so I think that will be next. We will be taking a good look at that in the years to come, how we can move our electricity grid to renewable energy sources. So let's have a look at the Green New Deal. It is ambitious. It does include things like universal health and jobs for all, but at its basis, it is only a plan and proposal. The idea would be to get the committee to come forward over a 12-month or longer period with workable legislation. Let's have a look. Do the public support AOC's Green New Deal, AOC and others? Okay, because she championed the plan. It has been developed by climate change advocates, and AOC has championed it. The Democrats wholesale, well, it's a plan at this point in time. So, is the general public behind AOC's Green New Deal? Okay, so what we've got is the Six of Cups, and this comes forward in relation to really wanting things to stay as they are. So we've got our being anchored in the past here. You know, everything's going to be okay, tra-la-la-la-la. We'll just go along and do what we've always done and everything will be right, because the climate change scientists, well, they're all wrong anyway. We know that the climate science is flawed. Let's just keep doing what we've always done. What is a challenge to really to the Green New Deal, I guess, is money. It's the money that's made out of fossil fuels, oil, coal, etc. That is what's the challenge here. Now, the focus of the reading is the Page of Wands. Now, this is the idealism of AOC and those like her. This is communication. This is really the foundation, is that this is spreading, okay? We're aware of this in Australia. Wanting to do something about climate change, that message is spreading. The need to do something about climate change, it is spreading and it is gaining momentum. This is what I feel. I feel it's gaining momentum. Now, in the past, why is it gaining momentum? It's because of what has already happened. We don't need to wait for a catastrophe caused by global warming. It's already happened. The Earth has warmed, I think it is, 1%, 1.5%, and that is why we're having these massive heat waves, why we're having many other climate events. Destruction's we're already feeling it. Now, at the top of what's over this whole thing at the present is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning, and I feel this is why McConnell wants to bring it to the Senate for a vote, because he wants to stop it, because it has gained momentum. He is crafty. He is a manipulative politician. He understands what could happen if this was left to go. It would gain momentum, and then, you know, this is not in the GOP and their donors' interests to have a Green New Deal. But the Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it's turning toward really a momentum that's gathering the need to do something about climate change. This issue's not going to go away. It's going to be front and centre in the years to come. In the immediate future, though, here are the GOP wanting to hold on to their money, fearing the financial insecurity. The sun will rise purple in the sky if we dare, start pursuing renewable energy. It's all the insecurity. And look, indeed, this could be for a section of the population as well. A lot of the population would rather live in denial, in the present day denial, than face the fact that in 22 years, a UN report in 2018, a climate change report has said in 22 years we will be facing climate change, disasters and catastrophes, famines, etc. And we really need to act now. But right now there are people that are fearing the loss of their financial security, and they will try and block the Green New Deal. The King of Swords, the situation itself, this is the truth. We're not talking about anything else but the truth. And the truth has authority. What did I quote? I think I said, 91 authors and review editors from 40 countries prepared this report on climate change. So it has more than 6,000 scientific references, cited and dedicated contributions of thousands of experts and government reviewers worldwide. Okay, so you can't deny the truth. The truth has authority here. Climate change is real. We need to do something about it. Now, the environment is interesting here around the Green New Deal. It is one of hope. Now, if we look, hope was in AOC's chakras, which was really quite interesting and quite strong. I think it was in her third eye awareness, psychic awareness chakra, that she is able to tap into what the population, what people are hoping for. And this is why McConnell wants to tackle it right now to try and stop it in its tracks. But really, the Wheel of Fortune presently is saying that while he might, I guess, denigrated in the short term for reasons of their own, there are some powerful forces here that are moving in support of a Green New Deal. Hopes and fears, okay? The fear that the commerce will be stymied, will be affected, will be impacted upon. The money will shrink, the economy will shrink. If we move over to renewable energies, coal jobs will be lost, blah, blah, blah. In Australia, we have found the opposite to have happened. We have found that the renewable energy sector has created more jobs than lost jobs, and it is a vibrant sector that is contributing to our GDP. But the fear is, that this move toward renewable energy will somehow impact adversely on the economy. So we've got the money situation here. When I did the climate change reading in the past, this is what was stopping the earth being protected. It was finances that was getting in the way. And the message of that reading was, unless we do something soon, we will have to contend with the impacts of climate change far more ferociously than what we're currently doing. Now, the Ace of Pentacles in the outcome section of this reading. The Ace of Pentacles, new jobs, new projects, new starts. The Ace of Pentacles, okay. The Green Deal, yes, people are supporting the Green Deal. It may in the short term come in for criticism, but ultimately in some form it will come forward. It may not be in the same details that are currently in the plan. It may not come forward in exactly as it's articulated in the current proposal, but it will come forward and it will be a new start here. So this is looking quite optimistic for the Green New Deal. Just clarifying the new starts, we've got the Chariot. So hang on for the ride, because renewable energy is going to get increased attention in DC, and rightly so. Hopefully, if I were to pull some more cards when we've got an Australian election coming up, and I'll do a reading shortly on that for Australian followers of this section. We are moving into a new phase where climate change will not be denied, and that we will be putting more efforts and more resources into renewable energy sources, and rightly so. So we've had the last gasps of this far right wing playing wedge politics with our earth, and things have changed. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. This is the image that I got to begin this reading. Now, if you put this reading with AOC's chakra readings, you'll see why she's championing this bill. It is falling right into her really where she's vibrating. This is her energetic vibration is very compatible with the Green New Deal. And don't forget that she's come forward because of what's happened in the past. So where has I guess corporate greed led us? It has led us to Trump, and potentially led us to destruction. So if you're worried that the Green New Deal goes too far, it's only a plan at this stage. As I said, the part of the proposal is to have a working group, a committee over a year or over a year, come up with workable legislation. Well, this reading is saying that they will, and it will be legislation that will actually create, not impinge. Okay, so it will create and stimulate the economy rather than draw it back. So let's see what happens. I mean, this is obviously going to be after 2020, when the Democrats perhaps, maybe, possibly will hold both the Senate and the House, and potentially the presidency. So watch AOC is the message here, and for AOC herself, she needs to be a little bit careful with her own energetic vibrations, that she's not continually having to defend herself, because it will wear her down. So if someone can get a message to AOC, let her know that around her throat chakra, which is her communication, she's always on the defensive, and somehow she's smart enough to change that or modify that, or just nuance that a little bit so that she gets the benefits from who she is, rather than continually having to defend herself. So we'll leave it there. I'll just ask Spirit what is hidden from our view. What is hidden from our view? I should have looked at the bottom of the pack, but what is hidden from our view? Okay, really it is security and happiness and stability. That is what's hidden from our view at the moment, but potentially that's what's on the horizon. So we'll leave that there. We need more AOCs in this world, and good on her. I'm a fan, and I admire someone at 25 who can, ride in blazing, saddles, really, brilliant. All right, thank you, readers.